Went from condos to Pop's house. On calls now bus routes.
Powerful, brother. Powerful. Very powerful. You know, there's something else that I seen that I wanted to mention, because this is actually one of the videos that stuck out to me, because what people need to know, you is really out here moving the needle and really doing whatever you could do to connect with the youth. It wasn't just about getting the masses or the celebrities to wear your gear. Right. It was also about affecting the youth. You know, and I saw a video where the news was actually talking to you and was talking about the things that you were doing with the youth. And this was at the school where they have the Nipsey mural.
Oh yeah,
right. Yeah, in LA. So how did you get that started? You know, working with the youth over there, and are you still working with the youth in that part of the city?
That was you know, I had an invite from my my Detroit brother, Bobby Hudgens. He was you know, he had a program over there. And he started it, and he kind of brought me in, and they kind of adopted my program, you know, as the basketball part and motivational part, and he did some music, and we had an enrichment program over there, and that was great. So that is, and isn't, I'm telling you, man, when God has a plan, it's already figured out. You know what I mean? You just gotta put the foot on the gas and go. You know, so for me, that was great, because that was at Crete Academy, which is on 60th and Crenshaw. Right where the Nipsey mural was at. You know what I mean? This God will prepare things for you before you get there when you are on a mission. So I didn't know. I never knew where I was going to be serving at. Like I said, I was on La Brea and Centinela, which is not too far from Slauson and Crenshaw. You know, that's where my brother was at. People had always told me, they said, man, you need to go over and meet Nipsey. You need to go over and meet Nipsey. He's right up the street on Slauson and Crenshaw. You know what I mean? He would love to hear about what you got going on. So I go to La Brea and Slauson, and I'm out there one day, I'm holding up the sign, and all of a sudden a black Tahoe pulls up, and the back window rolls down, and it's Nipsey. And he says, I mess with the greatness, homie. I fucks with the greatness. Homie. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was like, yeah, I see greatness in you. I mean, and at that time I didn't know Nipsey. That was my first time ever interaction, anything like that. So within a week, I had got the invite to come over there and talk to the school, and went over and talked to the school. They liked the program, and people were telling me, man, you know, the marathon right up the street. You need to go over there. I neglected to even go over there, bro. I didn't even go over there. I didn't, anything. So I just went about the program, and then about 2 weeks later, Nipsey was murdered. And then we painted the mural over there at the school. It was the Hoop Bus. You guys ever heard of the Hoop Bus? Shout out to my man's Nick with the Hoop Bus, man. Those my brothers too, man. We've been all over the world. That's when I met Cowboy, because I was so furious that the leader was killed.
Yeah.
From that the leader was killed from whatchamacallit, and the leader was killed. I was so furious that I wanted to do some type of change, so I would bring youth from Slauson and Crenshaw over to the marathon and talk to Cowboy. And Cowboy would tell him about not being in a gang, and you could just see it on his face. And that's how Cowboy and I developed a good relationship. Mm-hmm. Was through the youth, man. And it was weird, because it was like that he was a leader in that community, and me being an outsider, I didn't see it, but I felt it. I went to the memorial. I was there right when those 11 people got stabbed. It was right there at the memorial. I was right there. I saw the spirit take a turn in the city that moment. You know, I saw that. And I, like I said, it's weird on how God prepares territories before you get there and when it's ordained, because we hooped, we had to talk to the people in the neighborhood, because the people in the neighborhood didn't want people stepping on the Nipsey mural because it was a mural. They thought it was disrespectful. We had to have those conversations with the neighborhoods. That is for the school, for the kids, and we doing something positive. You know, it was weird, man. And so to work with Cowboy now and to see that, you know what I mean? Even though like Cowboy's my friend, but I don't have conversations about Nipsey. I don't know Nipsey. I know what I've seen. And I know what the reactions to what happened when people do have those people don't want to hear about that. 90% of people come around Cowboy, that's the first thing they want to talk about. Yeah. You know what I mean? I've lost plenty of homeboys. I don't want to talk about it sometimes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let's talk about the future. And that's what my brother Cowboy, man, he always talking about building and cultivating for the future, man. Like I said, we work on some land. We had a store, you know, we sold hot dogs, shirts, this and that. We spoke to crowds, you know what I mean? And it's just great, man. I really love LA, man. I love LA. You know what I mean? And I'm so grateful that God put me around great company and great people, you know what I mean? No matter what the background was and no matter what they did, but this ability to see greatness and no matter where there be perception of darkness, you know what I mean, it's definitely turned me into a superhero, man.
I had to show 'em that I wasn't made.